right, you are welcome to African Drumming and Music Engagement. Last time we did part 1 of this. Today is part 2 of this particular activity. Now what we are going to do today is quite different from what we did last time in part 1. But we have to touch part 1 before we move on. In part 1, I told you about the places on the drum you have to hit to create different tones. This is very, very important. We have a high pitch here, or you call it a high tone. You have in the middle, low pitch, or you call it low tone, whatever you call it. Why do we need that high and the low? We need this because you are heading towards creating rhythms. To create rhythm, you must apply this. All right. The question is, what is rhythm? The definition, it says, rhythm is an ordered alternation of contrasting elements. An ordered alternation of contrasting elements. Contrasting elements. One is here, which is high pitch by the side of the drum. It's very sharp, very sharp. We call it high. We can call it a different element. What is in contrast in it? The contrast is at the center of the drum. You hit it, is low. You know, low is a contrast of high pitch, high. Another definition says, an ordered recurrent alteration of strong and the weak elements. Which one is the strong here? Here. Which one is the weak here? Is the low one. So that's why I give that strong one high. And I give the name to the low one low. As long as you have this in your mind, you are going to make rhythm. That is here. When I say high, we hit high. When I say low, we hit low. When I say high, we hit high. When I say low, you hit low. That's it. Now, he's saying when you're alternating these strong and weak elements, this is high and the low tone, when you're alternating them, you are creating rhythm. So I don't have to teach you to create rhythm. You can do it now by yourself. All that you do is, which one is high here? Is here. You hit high. Which one is low? You hit low. Then you start playing it, repeating it. High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. This is the rhythm we are talking of. Or you can create different things. Anywhere you want it. It can be high, high, low, high, high, low, high, high, low, high, high, low, high, high, low. You are creating rhythm. Anyhow, as long as when you hit on the high side, which is outside the center of the drum, and then another one on the low side, which is at the center of the drum, then you are now creating rhythms. High, low, high, low. It could be high, 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 low, low, low. Anyhow, you are creating rhythm. So please have this in mind. After this now, we are going to put this in practice. Because I want you now to start creating rhythm by yourself. What is the need of that? If you create rhythm by yourself, you bring me your rhythm, you have already done the job in creating music, your own music. This is how I'm going to help you. When you bring the rhythm you have created, I put it in one channel of my recording equipment. Then I will ask you just to hum in tune to that rhythm you have created. I will put that your humming in the second channel. Then we work to shape that humming into a song. Once we have these two, then the job is done. All that I have to do then is to go to the next channel and just put bass guitar. Then after that, The other channels, you use it to just put other things like electric guitar, keyboard, and so on. Then you mix it. It becomes your own music, which you can use to enrich yourself, to entertain yourself, to perform before audience. In fact, you can even take it to this Britain's Got Talent competition. You can go and apply for the competition. If you win, that's great. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You've got your music, which you can use in different things. So that's why we are heading in this way. So let's move on now. Now, let's create rhythm. One rhythm is high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Another one is high, 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 low, low, low. High, 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 low, low, low. Okay. Now you can use two hands. Before I was saying this one is high, but if you use two hands and hit, we give it the name higher. Higher. And then when you go to the low side of it, which is at the center of the drum, and hit, you are creating lower. So we can create rhythm now with a higher and the lower. Yeah. It's a higher, lower. Yeah. Higher, lower. Higher, 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 higher. Okay, we can also create another rhythm which is higher, lower. That is a musical rhythm which we are going to perform very soon now. Now, I'm going to give you a command based on your knowledge of so high, high, low, low, higher, lower. When I say 1, 2, 3, go, higher, lower, high, you are responding. 1, 2, 3, 4, higher, lower, high. 1, 2, 3, 4, higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher. You see that? You are responding. We call it in Africa call and reply. When I call you, reply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher. You got it? Come in another command. You say, go. Go again. Higher, 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 higher. Lower, 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 lower. Higher, 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 higher. How do you play it? Just remember, if you come to the high side, then outside the center, you hit higher, higher, higher. You have this number. It's 7 beats. 5, 6, 7. Higher, higher, higher. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You go at the center of the drum. The same thing, the same number. Lower, lower, lower. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I go it again. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, lower, You've responded. Okay. Go again. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, lower, Go again. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, lower, Go again. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, lower. Remember the first call, the second call. The first call is say 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher, lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher, lower. Go again. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, 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 lower, 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 lower. Higher, lower. You see that? Then after that, we will join to play the music. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher, lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. higher, lower, ha. Go again. Higher, 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 ha. Lower, 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 low. Higher, 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 ha. Lower, 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 low. Higher, lower, ha. Once you finish it, the next thing now is the music to start. You say, play me music. Higher, lower, ha, low. 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 That's a rhythm that you are making now. Okay, let's do it again. Bring everything together now. Last time I told you, if you don't have this drum, don't worry. If you have your chair, your chair will do, your table will do. All that you do, the center of the table, call it the low side of the drumming. Outside the center, call it the high side of the drumming. So away from the center, if you hit it, you are hitting high. If you hit in the middle, you are hitting low. It's all the same thing. Don't worry whether it gives sound or not, because if you learn this, when you get this drum and playing it at the same time, you'll be producing the sound. Okay? Let's put the whole thing now together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher, lower, ha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher, lower, ha. Go again. Higher, 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 ha. Lower, 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 low. Higher, 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 ha. Lower, 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 low. Higher, lower, ha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher, lower, ha. 1, 2, 3, 4. Higher, lower, ha. Go again. Higher, 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 ha. Lower, 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 low. Higher, 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 ha. Lower, 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 low. Higher, lower, ha. Now, play me music. Higher, lower, ha. Higher, lower, ha. Higher, lower, ha. Higher, lower, ha. You see that? Yeah? That's the rhythm now. Now, what happened in creating music? The first rhythm will go. Sometimes that rhythm needs another rhythm to complement it, to make it stronger. So which rhythm do we need to complement this? This rhythm is 4 beats. 1 on the low side, that is at the center of the drum, that is low. The other 3 is higher, high, that is higher, high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Low, higher, high. Low, higher, high. Low, higher, that is low, high, yeah, high. Low, high, 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 or low, high, yeah, high. The low, higher, 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 higher. For instance, if you are playing higher, lower, high, low, higher, lower, high, low, higher, lower, high, low. Another person will be blending it with this. Low, higher, high, 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 low, higher. Yeah? You see, they combine together and give you very, very rich rhythmic music. Now, what happened is, because it's only me that is playing this here, I can't play this and play this. And there's no one here to play this, because this one has to come into this rhythm. Then how to solve the problem again is to make a backing track. In that backing track, this cowbell or gene in Igbo language is what we use to blend it. Because this is how it goes. It is that. Then you join it. Higher, lower, ha, higher, higher, lower, ha, higher, lower, ha, higher, lower, ha. Then another rhythm comes. Higher. So what we are going to do now, I put this as a backing track. So what we are going to do now, the system will start playing higher, lower, ha, low, higher, lower, ha, low. We are not going to join the system. We are not going to play what the system is playing. If the system is playing higher, lower, ha, low, higher, lower, ha, low, we have to play something different, which is low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, higher. Eventually, the system will change and start playing low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, higher. Once we spot it, we change it to higher, lower, ha, low, higher, lower, ha, low, higher, lower, ha, low. That is, if the system is playing higher, lower, ha, low, higher, lower, ha, low, we will be playing low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha. If the system changes to start playing low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, then we change and start playing higher, lower, ha, low, higher, lower, ha, low. Okay, let's start it now. Let me play it. The cowbell. Ha, low, higher, lower, ha. Just wait. Higher, lower, ha, low, higher, low, low, higher. Ha. You play it now. Low, higher, low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, higher, ha, low, ha, low, ha. Stop now. It comes back. Look. Everything joined together now. But wait. Low, higher, ha, low, higher. It's now. Let's do it. Yes, that's part of it. So this one, usually when we finish, I do load this on the Facebook as well as on the YouTube. So if you had any problem, you can go back or visit YouTube and play it to keep on rehearsing it. Move on now. Now we are talking about creating rhythms. Now in Africa, we have numbers that make rhythms. It's not only that, no, there are numerous number of beats you can make to create rhythm. There are many, but let me just select some of them. That's what we have to concentrate. One is number 2. Of course, one is number 3, unique. Usually, it's always an even number. Another one is 4 numbers. Let me use the word again. 1 is 2 numbers. 2 is 3 numbers. Another 4 numbers. Another 6 numbers. Another 8 numbers. This 8 number, with this, we are going to be playing both African world music and the Western music because it's universal. So you know where we are going now. I will start today with just the 2 number. It's a unique one in Africa. And you hear about when they say that African music is very spiritual. Sometimes it starts with a slow, just tempo, slow tempo, until it changes to repetitive words, which sometimes send people to trance. We'll be doing all these things, but this is a simple version of it. It's very, very simple. We use it today as an example as we move to complex one. Now, again, the rhythm again for it. What is it? Simple rhythm, just high, low. That's it. High, low, 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 high, low. That's all that we got to play. Now, this is another instrument that complements that sound. You go high, low, 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 high, low. When that comes, we have other instrument that comes. This is like bass guitar. You might not hear the sound, but when I record it, I do use mic to amplify the sound. Yeah. So you hear that bass here. All that we'll be doing now is high, low, high, low, high, low, until the music changes. When it changes, some people will be playing, continue to play high, low, high, low. But others can add something to it just by playing low, low, low. This is when these instruments are important because they add to the strength of the music. They add to strengthen the music. It goes. Okay? All right. Let's get on with it. I'm going to play it now. Now what I did again, I make a backing track in which these are, and the ones which we are going to play are not there. So we'll play it to complement what is playing here. Okay? That is good. Oh, God, man. Oh, coach, man. Thank you. Thank you. This is a good exercise. Right. Let's leave this for another day. Next time is going to be part 1 of the music, drumming and the music engagement. But before then, I'm going to schedule African folk story. African folk story. So you will be aware of it. I'm going to schedule it very soon. After that, then we'll come back to the rhythm. We'll be moving to rhythm, which requires 4 beats. Then after that, we go to the one which requires 6 beats. Then after that, we go to the one which requires 80 beats. By that now, we are now in the crossroad of music. Both reggae music, pop style music, high life music, rumba, everything you can talk about, everything lies on that 8 beat. So we call it a day today and we continue. Thanks a lot.